And it definitely jumps out at you right away how narrow this trail is. And more than that, how narrow it is seems to indicate that there's a time limit here. I mean, how much longer can this last? How long has it been here? And with the number of visitors this place gets, just the foot traffic would wear this out. And at some point, of course, this is going to break away and it won't be possible to go across this little bridge anymore. That whole bridge is going to disappear. And you can see that process took place at some point right here. I'm sure this was connected. It's, you know, on the right and the left at some point. It just wore away. Huh. What I was talking about, how there's so much erosion here, the pathway is disappearing. It's actually really dramatic over here, much more dramatic than I expected, because I couldn't see a way forward at first. I saw people ahead of me and out on this other trail, but I wasn't sure how they made it through here, but they literally have to go down into this narrow ravine in order to get through this section, because the trail on the top has just worn out completely. Yeah. Huh. Anyway, we have to make our way down this thing right in front of me. And this part isn't so challenging. You just have to make sure your feet stay away from the edge. But it's definitely a new trail that had to be carved. Oh yeah, look at that, just behind me on my right. There's the original trail. Look at that. Every footstep that people took, you know, carved an actual stairway. So this is the original trail. But this section in the middle here is what fell away. Oh, looks, oh, you could still do it. I didn't even notice that on my way down. Huh. So yeah, you could still climb up here pretty easily and make it along here. I didn't see that. I walked out to the end of this trail, and you could continue down, then go down into the valley floor from here if you wanted to. But I only went out to the end of that sharp drop off there. The town of Pai is back in that direction. And I guess the lookout point that I've been to 2 mornings in a row is out there on the left on that sloping hillside. Next is to follow the main trail out in that direction. Sun is rising. I'm starting to warm up, that's for sure. It's time to lose my orange jacket. And as I noted as I came through this way, you can actually get here two different directions now. There's this trail that's been carved along the side, and then here's the original trail. And at first I thought this original trail was impassable now, but you can actually still do it. So just have to work your way through these steps carefully, especially when you're holding a GoPro, so one hand is occupied. And then right here, I thought this gap was such that you couldn't continue, but in fact there's a little path right here that you can follow, though the footing might be a bit tricky right there. So let's see if we can make our way through here. There we are. One more footstep right there. Yeah, that's okay. Now I just got to get down to there without slipping, and then you head down in that direction. No problem. Oh. Well, I definitely know what the Pai Canyon is all about now. I certainly get the appeal. I was going to say this would be an amazing place for kids, because as a kid on my family's, camping trips in Canada, I would have been over the moon to find a place like this where you can run around and climb up things. But I was just thinking for a family with an average set of very young children, I don't know, this might be a bit tricky. You want to put a leash on those kids and keep them close to you, because it could be pretty easy to slip over the side. I wonder if there's more dramatic sections of the canyon on the other side of this hill, or whether what I just came through, this whole area, is considered the more dramatic part. I can only imagine how many people would be here in a normal year for sunset, a sunset beer. I see the appeal. All right, coming over the hill, and what's on the other side? Oh, it keeps going. Okay. Major trail going in that direction. And look at that drop off. Oh man. Backing away from that edge. And then, the trail continues over there as well. So, two more directions to go. This one looks pretty wide and easy, so let's head in this direction first. Ooh, I don't know about the section ahead of me here. I don't know if it's worth the risk of crossing there. Look how narrow that is getting. I think I will leave that for people not carrying GoPros. I mean, you could. Lots of people, I'm sure, cross over that, but I think you need both hands. You'd want to have both hands free for that, and I'll leave that for the more adventurous. But it looks like I could head down in that direction pretty easily. So why don't we head down there? Even turning around, you sort of have to look down and make sure you're placing your foot in the right place, because just losing your balance could have dire consequences here. You lose your balance and regain your balance by taking one step to the left or the right, and over you go. Oh, here's the last section of the trail. At least I think it's the last part of the canyon. Has an interesting switchback there, so there might be a difficult point right there connecting those two ridges. I didn't notice that from the other side. But we'll see what erosion has done to the trail here. And this looks to be the tricky part of this trail. Getting down here and then up the other side. Look at that. I'm assuming it's not as hard as it looks from this side. I think the trail cuts through the middle here. And yeah, well, oh man, look at that. Yeah, that's, I'm gonna need both hands to do that. So I definitely can't have a GoPro in my hands. Wow, is this, I think the people that I saw earlier today, they went down there, so it can't be that challenging. And then up the other side, that's also gonna be a bit of a challenge, but I think it can be done. All right, I'm gonna have to go hands-free for this little descent. Gotta put my GoPro Hero 9 away. I'll film this with my chest mount, with my Hero 7, see what happens. All right, time to attempt this. I noticed some footprints on this side. So this might actually be the easier way to go than down this, because it does look like it gets excessively steep at the very end. Like there's a long step at the bottom there. But this route doesn't look particularly appealing either. Let's see. I've decided this route is the best, because you can actually climb here. Even if you fall, you're in a very narrow space. Yeah, this is all right. Footstep here. Let me angle the GoPro down even farther. So I got one foot here, and there's another footstep here. Just make sure it doesn't slip forward. And then I guess there's another footstep there. Okay, yeah. Oh. It looked worse than it was, to be honest, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend that for everybody. You have to be confident on your feet, doing a bit of rock scrambling. Let's see about going up the other side. This side looks surprisingly tricky as well. Wasn't expecting this kind of challenge for the last piece of the canyon. But yeah, look at that. Looks like you have a choice. You can head to the right or to the left. I'm not sure which is the right way to go. I'm guessing left. Might be the new trail. Maybe this is the old trail on the right and it's eroded away. So I'm going to go left first. It's slippery. Talcum Powder Hill, we'll call this one. Okay, that was a bit of a challenge. Yeah, I don't know if that was the right way to go or whether this trail would have been better. I can't really tell. And from here, I can't tell. Well, yeah, actually there's a pretty clear path from here. So I think from there to here is the difficult part. So that is it. What I just came through, climbed down that side there, and then up through this narrow passageway here. It's really not that hard, but it's very slippery in there, in the very narrow channel. As I said, it's like ice, all the talcum powder. Oh, there's a young guy just across. He's about to try and do it himself. Yeah, be careful, buddy. He's getting down low to the ground. I wonder if he was thinking a little bit like I was, that when I saw that descent, I wondered, is it worth the risk? But then I remembered seeing the 3 other foreigners come over here. So I thought, well, they can do it, I can do it. So that guy probably saw the same thing. He could see me over here. I saw him looking at me, and he thought, well, if that doofus in the orange jacket can make it across, then I can do it too. So we're all playing a game of follow the lemming right over the cliff. Wow. Beautiful views, though. Been here for a while now, and the sun is getting higher and higher. I guess that is a Pai over there. And I'm pretty sure this is the last section of the trail. I don't know why I say that. I shouldn't be pretty sure of anything. What do I know? Could go on for another 20 miles for all I know. But yeah, the sun has gotten a bit higher, so the haze is starting to build up. So I'll bet you this would have been a gorgeous spot early in the morning. Wow. Who knows, this might be the main viewpoint over here. Let's look at that. Wow, that's a pleasant surprise, actually. I wasn't expecting something this dramatic at the very end. I thought it was just heading into rounded hills. But from here, you get a gorgeous view to the west, and that's where the sun would be setting. So I think this is where you'd want to be for the sunset. And then you would also get that setting over there for sunrise. Look at that. That is stunning. Look at that village down there. The sun is relatively high in the sky already, but it's still a gorgeous view. I'm impressed in a way, that I'm not seeing any garbage here. Somehow I was expecting to see tons of empty beer cans and snack containers and things like that from people from the sunset crowd, but I haven't seen any garbage at all. Either people are very respectful of this place, or all the garbage is down there at the bottom and we just don't see it. People toss their beer cans over the side, or they have a very diligent crew. But look how narrow that gets. You definitely want to keep your feet in the middle of this trail, because you can see it's gouging on the inside there. So if you stepped on the edge, your foot could go right through. Look how steep that is. As a great consumer of YouTube videos, I see so many of these GoPro videos on mountain bikes, where people ride mountain bikes on narrow trails. But because of the wide-angle nature of the GoPro field of view, it always looks far narrower than it is in real life. I mean, it looks far more dangerous than it really is. If you were standing there watching the guy, the trail would probably look reasonable, but in the video, it looks super sketchy, you know, like you're risking your life to be there. But just made me think about this trail. If a guy went down here on a mountain bike and filmed it on super view, would it look like he was, you know, an inch away from death on either side? Oh man, look at that drop off. I am so impressed with this place. I really am. I was not expecting anything like this at all. And if you were a completist, I guess you would continue all the way down there to the bottom. And yeah, it looks like you could go all the way down and the trail just keeps going. You could probably walk all the way down to the valley floor if you wanted to. But I think this is my turnaround spot. I think I'll start making my way back, all the way back through the canyon from here, and head back to the parking lot. I will leave that trail unwalked, just to leave something here that I didn't do. Give me a reason to come back. But now that I'm retracing my path, retracing my steps, I have to work my way back through this one steep section, going down and then back up the other side. Whoa. Oddly enough, that's the most dangerous thing, is really just taking one little step on a downward slope and then your foot slides out from under you. I mean, that's the tricky thing. revisiting all the places that I already passed. And this may not be the most dramatic part of the canyon, but it's some pretty cool scenery and a nice backdrop. So I thought right here is where I would end my visit to the Pai Canyon, and the video here before I ride back into Pai to find coffee and breakfast. Yeah, very enjoyable spot here, especially for someone like me. I love scrambling around on on rocks, and if you get views like this while you're scrambling, it's a nice combination. So, big seal of approval from Planet Doug for the Pai Canyon. And see you in the next video.